For the bias piping, you're going to need a strip of bias, which we have previous cut in the cutting and joining exercise. It doesn't really matter how long it is. Probably you want to, just for exercise sakes, at least 10 inches long. This piece is about 12 inches long, but just enough so you get the feel of what you're doing. And then you're actually going to need a piece of cord. You could also use a paracord. That's quite popular right now. You just need a width, about 1/4 inch. You could probably do a little bit wider, larger cording if you want. But this is going to be the filling for our piping. So what we're going to do is I'm actually going to mark one of these sides with the binding my face side. And to get started, turn that over so I see the wrong side. And I'm going to take my cording and I'm going to place it in the center, approximately of that. And you don't have to pin it, but I'm going to so you can see what you're going to be doing. I'm just going to pin it to the binding. And the first thing you're going to do is you're going to stitch the cording down to the binding right here, about 1/4 inch from the top. Stitch it down. Once you've got that done, then we're going to roll this over on top, and we're going to use our cording foot and we're going to stitch it down really close to that cording while we are folding this over. And it's much easier done in the machine than I'm folding over now. So if you can see where I've got this, the indentation of the cording, we're going to be sewing right here where my thumb fingernail is. Right in there is where we're going to need to get to sewing. So this is the setup. Again, put your cording in the center of your binding, stitch across it to keep it secure, and then we're ready to go and sew in the machine. All right, so we're ready to get to work on our piping. And you're going to need a piece of cording or drawstring. This is a nylon drawstring, but you could use a cotton drawstring as well. And for the width of your bias strip, I have 1 3/8. Now, if you're using a larger width drawstring, you may need to add a little bit of width to your bias strip. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is, as I mentioned before, we're going to actually put our drawstring or our cording right in the middle of the bias strip, and then we're going to just stitch it down to hold it in place. So I'll take this pin out right now because I don't need that anymore. And I'm just going to put this under the machine. I'm going to back stitch over it a few times. And it doesn't matter the way, you just want this to be secure. Get these extra threads out of the way. All right, so this is all attached. That's not going anywhere. So now what you're going to want to do, and I didn't mention this before, but you can see it in the camera, I've done that to the wrong side of the bias. So this is the face side, this is the wrong side. And now what we're going to do is we're just going to fold this over that cording, and then you can feel with your fingers, you can kind of see I'm digging into it here with my fingernail. This is where we're going to want to stitch because this is the look we want. We want this nice covered cording look. It's called piping. So that's what we're going to do, and we don't really need to pin it because the pins will just kind of get in the way, but if you feel like you need to pin it along the way, that's fine. I'm not going to, I'll just pin this one here. Now what you're going to need is you're going to need your cording feet. And remember, your cording feet is a skinny narrow foot with a little cutout. And there are two different ones. There's a left and a right. Let's see if you can see that. So there's a left and a right. It doesn't matter which one that you use. So I thought that I would use both. So I don't know which side is going to be better for you to view in the camera. So we will start with this one, which means that when I sew it in the machine, it's going to go on this side. Okay, and I'll do half of it that way, and then I'll switch the foot and I'll do the other half the other way. All right, so I'm going to change out this foot and I'll be right back. All right, so I've got my foot changed, and understand that the hole that's in the foot, and I'll just hold the other one up, right, you want that hole in the foot closest to where your cording is, because you want to make sure that you can sew a really snug seam right there. So I'm going to feel for this, and I'm going to just kind of stick it here in the machine and to make sure I can get that really snug in there. And I'm going to actually just the needle down. And what I like to do is just kind of make sure I have this in the middle, and then I'll fold over and I'll hold onto that with one of my hands. And I'm just going to start with the back stitch, real quick back stitch. Okay, I'm going to take this pin out because I'm worried that I'll forget about it. And then what we want to do, because we want to get this tight, sometimes I'll take my fingernail. If you don't have a fingernail, you can take your snips or maybe the back of a seam ripper. Just kind of come in here so you know where that ridge is. I'm so used to doing it this way. When you sew, be careful that you're not sewing away from the foot. This is kind of a technique that I use. When I sew into this for creating the piping, I kind of sew to the opposite side of where the hole is. So it goes in there and is actually hugging that foot, so it makes a really nice snug piping. So I'm going to go ahead and sew like this. If I can get it to pull out here, I'm a little stuck. I got stuck there for a sec. Okay, here we go. And notice I'm coming in at an angle to the foot, which is going to make it a really nice snug piping. So I'm going to do a little bit more this way. Try not to pull on this, because if you pull it, you'll see that you're pulling the drawstring. You don't want to do that. All you want to do is you want to kind of hold onto this so it's stable enough. And then I'm coming in here making sure that that fabric is going to be nice and snug. And then I'm kind of pulling it away this way, so it has to go in and hit the side of this foot really nice and snug. So I'm going to stop there. I'll take it out so you can see how snug it is. Okay, so that's where it is, and it's fairly snug in there. Okay, so I wasn't sure if you could actually see the sewing on that, so I'm going to change this foot to the other side and see if you can see any better. Okay, so I changed my foot to the other whole side, and so you can see that the seam allowance now is on this side. So I hope you can see that depending on either way. So now, because it's on this side, I'm actually going to veer this into, because I want this to snug right around the presser foot where the needle is going to be hitting it. So let's do that, and I'll have to come in here to try to do it on this side so my hands won't block the camera. And I'm just kind of coming at an angle. Again, try not to stretch your drawstring or cording, whatever you're using on the inside. Make sure that's going to be really snug. Come at it from an angle. And let's backstitch. And I'm going to do one more thing before I connect, because I don't want my drawstring, and you wouldn't normally do this. Well, I guess you could actually do this. I'm just going to take it and pivot here, and then I'm just going to stitch over the bottom really quick, and that will hold the length of my drawstring in there so it won't move around, and then I'll cut the extra drawstring off. All right, so let's have a look and see how snug this is. So the test is, can I get in here any tighter without, doing damage? I probably could. You could probably go back in there and probably get a little bit tighter and, you know, if you had a thicker fabric around it, I probably would do that. But remember, so this is piping, and the piping usually has a seam allowance here. And for anything that has a 1/4 inch, I would probably measure from the stitch line a 1/4 inch and then trim this off. And we will actually be doing that in a project. But this is actually pretty tight. You can actually, when you're sewing into a garment, you can actually sew this, it'll sew a little bit tighter as you're sewing it into the garment as well. But if we want it a little bit tighter, we just put it back in the machine. The needle down there. And I'm going to get started here, right? And we would just push it a little bit closer. I'll stop there so we can see. So it's just a smidge closer. All right. So it's just a little bit closer, but you can see that it's a little bit tighter now. Okay, so we don't need to press this, so we will just talk about this a little bit more in assessment.